All right, Multifamily Minute, your first multifamily deal. Don't overcomplicate it. What's up, y'all? Tyler Deveraux here, and welcome to another episode of the Multifamily Minute. Once again, these quick hits are here to help you simplify your strategy, strengthen your mindset, and move your business forward. So let's jump into this thing. Okay, trying to figure out the perfect deal for your first multifamily investment. Listen, let me give you a little truth right now, okay? You don't need a perfect. Perfect is such a low-level standard. You need progress, okay? You need progress. The biggest trap I see beginners fall into is overthinking everything. They're waiting for the stars to align, right? The perfect market, the perfect seller, the perfect cap rate, the perfect partnership. Listen, all while they're analyzing spreadsheets over researching for months and doing, well, really nothing with it. See, somebody else is out there taking action. Listen, your first deal is not your retirement plan. It's your credibility builder. We call it the law of the first deal. Your first deal is always the hardest, but the rest come in rapid succession. That first deal, that's your learning lab, man. It's your chance to get in the game. So instead of chasing for perfect, aim for good. Aim for good. You don't want to get into a bad deal, but aim for a good deal, not a perfect deal. Once again, there's no such thing as a perfect deal. Here's what I recommend that you focus on, okay? 40 to 100 units is such a great target, okay? In a growing market with a clear value add opportunity, clear value add strategies. That's it. Like if you can really do those basic things, I'm going to mention them one more time. 40 to 100 units. That's a great niche in a growing market, number two, with a clear value add opportunity, meaning a clear way to raise the rents, raise occupancy, lower expenses, a clear way to do that. That's your target. See, you don't need to know everything. You just need to know enough to move forward. Because clarity doesn't come from thinking. Clarity comes from action. See, it's like sometimes you don't see the next step. Sometimes you're climbing up a ladder, you don't see the next step until you get to the next step, and then you see the next step, right? You need to keep on climbing. Yep. My first unit was a 20-unit deal. I promise you, not in a perfect market, not in a perfect area, but I'm going to tell you that's my least profitable deal that I've ever done. And I will also tell you that I'm not emotional about, well, any of my apartment deals, except for that one. And I'm emotional about that one because that one led into every other deal that I was able to do. So let me break this down further for you, okay? Avoid the analysis paralysis trap. I've seen students go 12 months without even making an offer because they're still tweaking their formulas or waiting for something perfect. Meanwhile, the ones making phone calls, walking properties, building broker relationships, those are the ones landing deals. It's not the most talented, it's not the most qualified, it's not the most connected, it's the one who's taking the most action. Why? Because they understand that success doesn't come from perfection, it comes from commitment, consistency. And let's be honest, man, a lot of times perfect is just fear dressed up as logic. It's just fear dressed up as logic. It's fear. If your mind, it's your mind trying to protect you from risk, right? But there's no reward without the risk. There's no reward without the risk. If there's no risk, it means the opportunity's already gone. It's already gone. See, you're going to learn way more from doing than you'll ever learn from waiting. So here are a few questions that I get all the time, and my answers to those questions. Number one is, what made my first deal possible? I'm going to tell you that I aligned with people who knew more than I knew, and I stayed consistent with my execution. I also got guidance, okay? I got guidance, and instead of me overthinking, I would take it to my coach and say, hey, what's your thought? And they'd be like, well, what do you think? And I'd be like, well, I think it's a good deal. They'd be like, why? And he would make me tell him why it's a good deal. He's like, no, I see the same things. Listen, the whole thing with doing a deal is knowing what you want first off, does it hit your target, why you want it. If you know those things, you'll figure out a way to make it happen. So I'll challenge you to do the same thing. Another question is, what is one thing that I wish I ignored on my first deal? And I would say all the outside noise telling me that that had to be this massive or sexy or game-changing thing. It just needed to cash flow and teach me something. It needed to cash flow and teach me something. Another question is, what's a realistic timeline to find your first deal if you stay consistent? Listen, I would challenge you to certainly set a time-bound goal, okay? Maybe it's 6 months, maybe it's 3 months, maybe it's 4, whatever it is. But I would more than challenge you to actually just do the work. Meaning, if you're putting in the work, that means you're underwriting daily, you're making offers, you're following up, you're building relationships, you will do deals. You'll do deals. So here's my question. Let's say that you put in the work for 6 months and you haven't done a deal. What does that mean? Are you done? Are you going to quit? Are you going to stop, or are you going to keep going? So yes, put a time frame on that. That creates urgency. But don't let that time frame be something that blinds you from the longer term goal that you're looking to build. We have students that did deals in 3 months. We have students that closed on deals even shorter than that. We've had students who have closed deals after the first year, not even until year 2. But guess what? They closed. And then, once again, law of the first deal, hardest deal, the rest come in rapid succession. So don't wait for perfect. Take the next step. Do your reps. Get in the game. Because your first deal opens the door to everything else, man. Everything else. All right, my friend, that is your Multifamily Minute episode for today. Keep it simple. Keep showing up. And I'll see you once again at the peak. Peace.